Oh yeah! What's up, everybody? Jermaine here, and today is going to be a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and I just want to get right to this. So, I don't know about you, but I am in my own personal life. I am at the point where I am saying, Jermaine, are you just deliberately putting your head in the sand, not seeing the obvious or ignoring the obvious? Now, if you don't know anything about me and my personality, I have a great tendency to give people the benefit of the doubt. A lot of that is an element of grace that we need to extend to people because, after all, people are human and you can't put people at such a high level that sets you up for disappointment when they make a mistake. I hope that makes sense. The fact that somebody is a human being means they will make mistakes along the way. And so we have to be very careful of expectations we set for people. But there is a level of consciousness that I believe everybody, especially an adult, should have. And I don't know if you've seen this image going around on Facebook or this trend where they're talking about this troll doll. I'm not going to post a video of this. I'm not going to just kind of, you can look it up for yourself. It's important that you do your own research to be informed and then make your own conclusions. But I'm just going to tell you, I saw it for a couple of days now. And because of other things, I wasn't focused on it. And, I just went on a friend's page today, and when I saw the article, when she posted it, I respect her so much that if she posted something like that, it really caused me to say, you know what? There may be more to it than just somebody who is just finding something on Facebook or social media, just trending it and sharing, because I don't like that aspect of it. So I clicked on it and I read the story about where this extra button was and the apology that was given by the Hasbro organization. And then, of course, you know me, I'm going to do some research. So I went from that and I went a little bit deeper and started looking at. I went and watched a video because I wanted to see not just the article, but I wanted to see the video of what it is that people were talking about. And just a real synopsis that if you don't know, this troll doll has I think a tummy button that you press it and it sings like 10 different songs or something like that. I don't know about the troll stuff. Sorry, I'm not. That's just not my kids don't play with those kinds of toys. It's just not our thing. Nor did we watch the movies. At least I don't think. Not in our house. They probably watch it somewhere else. But that's just not. We're not into that. But anyway, and so so this button is on the tummy somewhere, and I guess it's a female doll, and there's another button in the private area. So if you lay the doll down and just bend the legs back, literally where a girl's private area would be is another button that when you press it, it has the most I don't want to use the word disgusting because disgusting describes something that at least you can fix. This is the most evil, vile, perverted. Oh, that's my name on his motorcycle. But it's the most perverted sort of thing you could ever hear a girl doll, say. I mean, it is so sexual in nature that it creeped me out beyond anything. When I saw that, here's the first thing that went to my mind. There has to be a team that puts these dolls together, right? In each phase, because everything is about process as it relates to manufacturing. And especially with toys. There's certain certifications they would have to pass and all of these different things. So anyway, somebody had to say that we needed to do a doll. Somebody said we need a doll to do. They had to have a team talking and discussing all of the various features they would want on this doll. Somebody had to give the green light on this team to go ahead. In the teams that would be divided from engineering to labeling and packaging to engineering and all these various teams, it's just not one person just kind of hanging out with a doll, just fixing stuff and then putting it maniacally on the conveyor belt and making a ton of these machines. That's not how it works. It is meticulate. It's meticulate. It is a process. These companies are in to make money, so they try to put out really good product. So they have teams. Somebody had to decide on having buttons to make it interactive. Somebody would have had to, or a team would have had to make a decision of what songs Pressing the Tummy would sing. But somebody would have had, and a team would have had to suggest putting that extra button in the private parts of that, in the private parts of that doll. That's just not, it's not random. And so here's the tendency. It's just a toy. And so I would probably blow it off and say, but that's the danger right there. It's just that right there. Downplaying things in the obvious is how you open the door for evil. I'm going to constantly talk to you guys about light backing off and allowing darkness to come in. That is how it happens. Now, I don't believe everything that comes out in the world you should be focusing on, because you would never focus on your own life. So I'm not saying that. But my God, I don't see how anybody could get the approval to put that button in that location. Not only that, somebody and a team would have had to say, when this button is pressed, it wasn't a twist, it was a press, like a touch. Think of that. How perverted. Somebody had to decide, when you press the button, these ridiculous sounds would be heard. And then that team would have passed it on to the engineering team to design the button and make sure it works. Somebody's pressing this button constantly to make sure it works before it gets to final production, to have even the prototype. Think of that. They're constantly pressing the button to see if it works. Who would sick, perverted person or team would ever think of something like that, y'all? You have to be sick out of your head and honestly possessed by the devil to do something that vile, knowing that you're making a toy for kids. Think of it. Then, the programmers, the engineers, everybody's working in unison to make sure this doll, pressing that button in that place, would work perfectly. Then that final prototype would have to be approved by a team or a supervisor or a CEO, or it just doesn't end up on the conveyor belt to make copies of it and put in a box and it doesn't work that way. So I will not be naive to think that it just randomly, oh my gosh, somebody in the department just accidentally put that button. I'm sorry that it was perceived, the statement was, we don't want anybody to perceive that it was really? Like, really? And so we supposed to just accept that? Absolutely not. No more. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And I'm not going to just say they got caught. I am going to say that those evil people possessed with perversion, wicked people, wicked, twisted minds came up with the idea, how many ever are in that team or on those teams, those various teams, to get that doll production into the final prototype and be produced. And somebody checked off it and say, let's go. It was not an accident. That's my point. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot stand for that stuff anymore. These people have to be held accountable. Not just, I'm not all, let's boycott them and let's, no. Here's the deal. We need to make sure that okay, Lord, what should I do in a situation like this? And the Holy Spirit will guide you in what you do. I can tell you one thing, He's not going to guide you to go and buy Well, The Troll is such a great movie. My kids loved it. So we're going to buy all those dolls, especially the one. Now you can buy the other ones. I don't care. I don't care what you buy. Anyway, you can buy the one with the button. I don't care. All I'm saying to you is you have to be accountable and you have to be mindful and you have to be vigilant about what you allow your kids to see, hear, say. Man, come on, people. I always say this, even to my students, even to my in kids' church, everywhere. You cannot unsee. You cannot unhear. You cannot unsay. We need to be careful. We need to be careful of what we are allowing into these gates of our mind to pervert us. So I'll tell you what, let's just say I was the CEO of that company. Here's what I would do. Because you have a team, you have supervisors and vice presidents of different things, design, marketing, and all of these, and you pass it on to them because the CEO deals with a lot of different things. But the vice president, if he checked off on that, or she checked off on that, or there was a couple of them in upper management that checked off on that, and I would trust them, okay? But if I ended up seeing that thing in the store, the next day I found out, I would fire, listen to me, I would fire every single one of them, the whole team, everyone that was responsible for that doll, from start to finish. I would fire every single one of them because that perversion, my company would have the standard that I am dealing with kids, I am dealing with families. Families are important, and the mere fact that somebody put this on the shelf would let me know that they are not the right people for my organization. Here's the other thing. Let's say I was the CEO and it wasn't on the shelf yet, but they brought me the first prototype to show me. Now, you know that button that is underneath in that doll? You know it's not listed on the box anywhere that here's an extra button? So a child would have discovered that button basically fondling the doll. You've got to be kidding me. Absolutely not. So if I were the CEO and let's say they brought me this prototype and I looked it over because I would want to inspect it because I am in charge of this company. I would want to make sure this thing is working. And I would ask them to present it. Tell me about the doll. They would present. If they left out the fact that that doll had that extra button under there and I never inspected and that went on the shelf, I would fire every single one of them. If I were looking at the doll after they presented it to me and I came across and asked, what is this button? And I press it and it made that sound, I would come close to calling 911. I would come close to calling 911. There is no way I would allow my team and my name as CEO of this company to allow that doll to get on the shelves. No way, ever, never. And listen, I'm not saying this because I'm a Christian, a believer. You do not have to be a Christian to know that if you're going to do things with kids, you've got to make sure the highest standard of family values are met because you are dealing with impressionable minds. What kind of impression would a child get when they were to play with that doll? Seriously, come on. It is not rocket science. It is evil. And I'm telling you, light, we need to stand up to darkness. And I am done with this whole, well, over time it'll just pass, and your anger and your frustration, you just pray about it and just let go and let God deal with it. And are you kidding? We are his hands and feet. We are the voice for children of all people. The generations that go ahead help the generation that is coming behind. Come on, y'all. Come on. Where's the petition? 250,000 people. Good for them. Good for them. If it wasn't for those people in the light, we would never know. We would never know. Now, everybody else needs to find a petition and then literally make that like 1 million and say, we will not stand for an organization that puts this kind of trash, filth, and gutter toys out. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it right there. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that doll? But if you haven't seen the doll yet, just go to YouTube or go to Google and type in this troll doll. It's trending. I'm sure you probably have seen it on your Facebook page, but probably not never clicked on the article. Click on the article and then look at a few videos, and then come back to this video and comment below and let me know what you think. By the way, I thank you for watching. I want you to subscribe, please, right below. I want you to like and share this video. I want you to hit the bell to get notified anytime I present a new video. And I say, light, shine in this darkness. Disperse the darkness by staying in the light. All right, guys, I'm out of here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.